So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We are going to talk about William Saliba. He has just put pen to paper. Well, officially put pen to paper, but it is a done deal. It's all verbally agreed. All they got to do is sign the contract, but it is a done deal. And there is no going back on it now. It is going to be official extremely, extremely soon. David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano confirming this within the last half an hour. Make sure you are smashing the like button, people. Big up to everybody who has millimeters away from 82,000 subs. Thank you very much. Smash the subscribes and the likes. Feel free to put the super chats in via the thanks option. Thank you very much to everybody who does. I do reply to you on them. And make sure you go and check out the videos on Lee Reacts. Sub to that channel as well. That channel is absolutely popping at the minute. So thank you very much to everybody on there. There's a video out, Champions League final preview. There will be a video out later tonight on there about Mason Greenwood. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Two more to come after this one on here. I'm going to be doing one about Declan Rice. Still no bid yet. Still no bid. As it stands, I'm recording these at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Spanish time. So by the time that video comes out tonight, it might have been put in. We might have found David Sullivan's phone number. And then after the Champions League final, there will be a video out about Arsenal being linked to Jorginho. Yeah, another Chelsea reject. Yay! Just what the doctor ordered. But for now, it's all about William Saliba. This is the best news we've had, in my opinion, out of all of the players. People say Saka was more important. I kind of agree with that. That obviously is an extremely good footballer. But defensive-wise, this is our best signing we could make. For me, by a country mile as well. Yeah, the guy is absolutely quality. Yeah, I like William Saliba a lot. We capitulated without him in the team, whether that was down to him not being in the team or whether that was just the fact that way too many of our big players disappeared. Maybe a bit of both. I don't know. But obviously the contract talks have been stalling. We obviously activated the 1-year extension on the day before New Year's Eve, which means he's got 1 year left as it currently stood. He had 1 year left, which meant next summer he could walk for nothing. Since then, we've seen a whole lot of, but he's been offered 40 grand a week. Sorry, I'm lying. He was on 40 grand a week. He's been offered 120. He wants nearer 200. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the fact is, William Saliba is now an Arsenal player until 2027. And for me, that is fantastic news. Fantastic news. Yeah, he is our best defender. The stature he has on the pitch, the composure on the pitch, the way he's just cool on the ball, he's physically imposing, is such a good defender, man. And this is a great bit of business. Congratulations to him. Apparently, a reported 190 grand a week. So he obviously got what he wanted in the end. And Arsenal have got what they wanted in the end. They've kept a top draw centre-back, and he's going to be part of our plans going forward for the next 4 years, which is absolutely fantastic. Fabrizio tweeted out earlier today saying that it's edging closer. It's still not officially done. And then literally 25, 30 minutes later, maybe an hour later, David Ornstein reporting that it is actually now done. They just need to put the signature on the paperwork. So 4-year extension. He made 33 appearances this season. And yeah, man, he's been a massive part of why we were in a title charge. I don't think people realize how good this guy is. Rival fans will always put our defenders down, our players down. And listen, I'm one that's going to sit there and just call it as it is. If a player's playing crap, I'll call it as crap. If a player plays well, I'll call it as plays well. But at the end of the day, this guy from the start of the season, the first game of the season, has been nothing short of phenomenal. Yes, he dipped a little bit in form when he came back from the World Cup, and it was Gabriel Magalhaes that was the better of the two for a period. But as a pairing, they've both been very, very good. And them two are the least of our worries in terms of catching Manchester City. So this is great news for Arsenal, man. Like, we've signed Saka, we've signed Martinelli. Ramsdale's obviously signed. Not too sure why we gave him a new contract yet when he had 2 years left, but it is what it is. The club are actually being a little bit more proactive rather than reactive. With this one, it took a lot longer to get done than the Ramsdale deal. And listen, why wouldn't he want to try and get the 190, 200 grand a week mark. He is basically our best defender. He is our Bukayo Saka of defence. You know, he is the star boy of defence, in my opinion. And I think we're a lot better when he's in the team. You know, and listen, the fact that we capitulate, it does coincide with him not being in that team. Rob Holding being put in there for God knows how many games before we realised, oh, actually, you're no good. Well, who knew? And this is great news for us going forward, man. You know, there was a lot of talk of PSG looking at him, a lot of talk about he's just going to haggle on the deal. You know, Arsenal didn't want to go to 200. But I think this was a deal that needed to be done. It has been done. Congratulations to him. Well done to Edu. You've actually done something. Well done. And now we've got to try and look forward to actually getting other players in now. There's talk of Declan Rice. There's talk of Caicedo. There's talk of Havertz. I'm doing a video on that. Like I said, no thank you for him. Make sure you check that one out later. Declan Rice bid's still not been put in yet. There's a lot of umming and ahhing over the payment structure and how it's going to go and this and that. But the fact is we still haven't put a bid in yet. So, you know, we need to be more proactive. And this is a proactive move. The season's only just finished. And William Saliba is now staying with Arsenal for another 4 years, which is absolutely class. I really like this player, man. I remember watching him against MK Dons 45-minute masterclass, and we didn't see him again for 3 years. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy how it's all turned around. But, yeah, man, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. How highly do you rate him? Where does he rank in terms of the rest of our defenders? Do you think Saliba is our best defender? Maybe you think Gabriel is our best. Maybe you think Zinchenko or Ben White. I don't know. For me, Saliba's the Rolls Royce in that defence. And like I said, he's got every attribute, man. Like he's imposing. He's got the knowledge. He knows, you know, movement. He knows when to drop back in and not be rash. You know, his awareness on the football pitch of what he's doing and where he is. You know, and he tracks runners. He wins headers. He's not going to get barged off the ball very easily by many strikers. So, and with the ball at his feet, you can just see, just oozes class, man. He is just such a good footballer as well as a good defender. And, you know, that's hard to come by in the modern game, because now in the modern game, it's not about being a good defender. It's about whether you can carry the ball out in defence and pass out from the back. Well, he can, and he can defend, which makes him, I wouldn't say he's a complete defender yet, because he's still got a long way to go. Yeah, he's still got a long way to go. But what a first season for Arsenal in terms of first team football. And fairly, he's got his contract. Rightly so, he's got his contract, you know. You know, at the end of the day, he's 22 years old, just turned 22 years old. We could genuinely, if he continues to grow, we could genuinely have a world-class centre-back on our hands for the next 10 years or so. If we continue to, you know, go in the right direction, which is actually win stuff, not just finish second. Yes, cool, it's a better finish in terms of league position than 5th and 8th, but ultimately we still didn't win anything. And I'm sure that he's gonna want to win stuff in his career. He seems like he's driven. He wants to win trophies, and that's the aim of the game, to win trophies. It's not about finishing second and dressing it up as success. It's actually about winning stuff. When you sit back at the end of your career, you put your trophies and medals on the table and you go, actually had a really good career. Something Harry Kane can't say right now. But there we go. That's a totally different video. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings on Saliba signing till 2027, reported 190 a week. That's the early reports. Obviously, I'm sure the later reports will come out and it'll be slightly different figures. But it is a 4-year contract until 2027. And good luck to him, man. Like I said, I really like this player, and I really hope that he smashes it next season. And hopefully it can lead to us winning something. We know that he's obviously had a bit of a back issue, which is why he was out of the team. We don't know where that is in the back. We haven't had no updates of how bad that is, but there was a lot of rumours going around a couple of weeks ago that he might not even make pre-season. So listen, fingers crossed he does, because if we're going into the new season without William Saliba starting, then already our backs are against the wall, because we've seen that Rob Holding is clearly not good enough for this football club. And Jacob Kivior, well, listen, we don't really know. We've seen him play a couple of games. It is what it is. Everyone got gassed after a couple of games and hyped him up to oblivion. That's what football fans do in this era. But I'll tell you something now, neither of them two that I've just mentioned are as good as Saliba. So we need this boy back, fighting fit, raring to go, and 100% fit. So, yeah, man, it's all good news. We've started off the weekend with some positivity. Yay, Lee's happy. That doesn't happen often, does it? Oh, all you do is moan. But anyway, it is what it is. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to record a couple more videos. Like I said, one about no Rice bid yet. One about Kai Havertz. There's a video out about Champions League final on the second channel. Be a video later this evening about Mason Greenwood. Apparently, Ten Hag wants to keep him and put him in the first team. So check that out. And yeah, man, after I've done that, I'm going to a barbecue. It's a beautiful, glorious day in sunny Andalusia. All have a blessed weekend. Enjoy the Champions League final tonight. Go and check out all the videos. And we're out of here, people. Adios, amigos. Saliba.